What's going on, everybody? This is James Hines with GN Invasion.
And this is Charles.
And today we're going to be talking about what we like from the EA conference from E3.
E3, what a week.
Yeah, so I just started off. So the first game that I noticed for racing games, because I am a lover of arcade racers, Need for Speed Payday.
Yeah, it's been a while since we had a Need for Speed game.
Yep.
And off the bat, they gave us a little gameplay trailer, more of a story trailer. We see characters Tyler, Jess, and I think Mike.
Something like that.
Yeah,
And
but a heist situation, little...
and it was kind of funny how they actually did it, because they're going back to using characters, a whole mission-based thing.
Yeah, and it's funny, like when I see stuff like this, I tie it to kind of like how Fast and Furious does things. Like the start of the Need for Speed series, it was more so about racing. Same thing with Fast and Furious, and now we're going into this action-based like gameplay, like racing, more so a chase and heist and stuff rather than actual racing. But what did you think about it?
Well, I mean, I've always been a fan of it, and I liked how they did the mission mode. And but we'll talk about the actual mission itself, the actual gameplay. So they actually give you a story where they're actually in a Mustang, and in the Mustang they said that Payday was about them going against a cartel called House, based off the card deck, and the enemies that you were fighting against, I think, were BMWs with I think it was like an Ace of Spades on them.
Yeah, the logo to identify them, and
and going after one of my favorite cars.
And with the dialogue and everything, which in my opinion felt a little bit cheesy. But going back to the gameplay and stuff, you have this cartel, and their objective in this trailer, in this gameplay trailer,
to rob a Cornizek, a new one or a prototype.
Yeah, it's kind of like a Robin Hood band, like bad guys doing things to badder guys. And back and forth.
Well, they said that the House Cartel was over what, casinos and criminals or something like that?
I would assume as well as racing. From the end of the gameplay trailer, you see like a fast-paced like actual trailer where you see a lot of souped up cars, maybe some racing conditions or run away from the cops, things like that. But how'd you like the gameplay?
Gameplay seemed smooth, but it looked like they adopted a lot of stuff from the Need for Speed Hot Pursuit games that they came out with.
Yeah, a little recycling, but I like how fluid it went from the trailer, and then you hop right into it. Then you're actually you don't start off from zero. Your car is already in motion, chasing. Going right towards the truck and everything. But one thing that stood out to me were the takedowns. So like you say, the house cars came and taken down.
Yeah, which was definitely something that they adopted from the Hot Pursuit series. But I'm just wondering, are they adding the whole EMP, the mines, and everything else as well, or is it just racing and you're using your car like from the Burnout series and crashing into them?
I feel that the more this game goes on, we'll have like one or two probably gameplay chapters or levels where it gets ridiculous a little bit. But it seems they try to follow like a basic storyline. The character Tyler and his crew trying to build their own crew and empire, things like that, and they're up against the House. There's that cheesy line, the House always wins and stuff like that. But from what we saw, it looked decent.
So what about what they said about like the car modifications? They said you would be going from like junk car to stock car to the car that you dreamed about building.
That's another big part of the Need for Speed series, the customization of cars and everything. One of the parts I personally look forward to in the series is one of my favorite parts of the game. Ever since my favorite Need for Speed Underground 2, all the customization options and everything. It seemed to get different types from your basic stock car to a more off-road type to drifting type.
I don't think they're gonna go that route. I think this is actually gonna do what, like you said, Fast and the Furious did. It's gonna be all supercars or muscle cars, maybe even some classics. But
yeah, in the trailer we saw some classics like some lemons you'll probably see in Cuba, stuff like that. It was just another reason why I said Fast and the Furious. What's the next game we have?
The next game was actually an indie developer, Joseph Fares. He made a game called A Way Out, which indie game that EA picked up, so technically a EA game. And he said that this game was fully co-op, online or offline.
Yeah, I saw that, and that's the main thing that stood out about this game, which was really interesting. All of it completely 100% co-op. Story follows two convicts in prison. First it starts out with them escaping. Vincent and Leo, they're escaping prison.
Yep.
And then you see all these scenes and everything from once they're out, they're on the lam, it's still co-op. You have different missions, different things each of them had to do to escape. Then they're on the run, and both of their lives are intertwined. I think.
Yeah, which is kind of interesting, but I'm just wondering, how is it going to actually play out? A game that's fully co-op, what if you don't have nobody to play with?
You gotta make some friends. I mean, that's what our
online
community is for. So, you're by yourself, just go online. I wonder how they're gonna do that, like matchmaking, or
somebody just jumps in.
Yeah, stuff like that.
What if there is a single player and they just have the player as an NPC? But I mean, based off what he says, that's not gonna happen.
I think they're trying to go in a different route from things like we've seen, like The Last of Us and games like that, where you have this AI going around with you and everything. But you got that you're only controlling one character mostly, if that. And this seems to be a different route that they're going.
All right.
But yeah, I want to see maybe just I don't know. And another thing is, if you match up with someone, do you have to keep the same person, to do the whole story with?
That's true. Like if you could swap.
Yeah, and with schedules and everything, you have some late night gamers, people gaming at 3 a.m. And you got some people working 9 to 5 and play when they get off of work. So it's interesting how
that's the part of the whole co-op thing.
Yeah, that's the main thing that stood out. But from how it looked, from what we saw at E3, it did look pretty interesting. I always wanted to see a type of Prison Break type of gameplay with puzzles and everything ever since watching the show Prison Break.
Yep.
So that looked interesting, and the whole the law on your back and everything. So it's really we saw story, but we saw a hint of gameplay, was really a mystery of how exactly this is going to play out.
Yeah, and then let's get to the last game. We're just going to touch up on it because we're probably going to talk about it during what we thought about from Microsoft, and that's BioWare's title, Anthem, which is from EA technically. So
yeah, and which I would say definitely the
Destiny killer.
Yeah, the best for last, the Destiny killer. It looks incredible from the looks of the surroundings.
Really pretty, open world. Pretty much you're playing in your own Iron Man suit.
Yeah, and you're not always in the suit. You're seems like you're walking around whenever you're in the marketplace or whatever. That's how the trailer starts out.
Yep.
You have all types of creatures on the outside world and everything.
But we're just going to touch upon that. We'll leave that for Microsoft. But this is what we liked from the EA conference. So let us know what you thought of it. Like, comment, subscribe. I'm James Hines signing off.
And I'm Charles. See you next time.
Peace.